And I've got to tell you, I was like this close to putting James Corden as my number one pick, just for a swing of attempt at humor. And Dad, I wouldn't recommend any of the YouTubers. They're not really worth it. Hello everyone, I'm Marc Daniel Patrick. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. And I wanted to start off tonight with the biggest news of this past week, as we finally got our first look at Dear Evan Hansen, the movie. And I actually totally forgot that one of my favorite actresses, Julianne Moore, does play his mother in the film. And again, she just looks absolutely terrific. So in case you've been living under a rock or you've been passed out because of too much screwball, you knew I'd get it in there somehow. I've put the link down below in the description. Please go watch that trailer, and I dare you not to get emotional. I tell you, Pasek and Paul, us theater kids owe so much to them for the scores that they've given us lately. It's just been incredible, the work that they've been able to put out, and this one is no exception. So we cannot wait for that to be released on September 24th. But go ahead, watch the trailer in case you haven't seen it in the link below, and I'll try and make a video on that trailer hopefully next week, but if not, very, very soon. All right, let's get to some comment shoutouts from last week's video, which was our wicked casting of Madame Morrible. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll throw that in a link up top. Go watch that one as well. One of the comments from that video, Anna Lou says, I love Meryl Streep. I mean, who doesn't? But I feel like she's in every movie musical adaptation, and we need to see different actresses in the roles we love. People actually go on in the replies to say, or James Corden. And I've got to tell you, I was like this close to putting James Corden as my number one pick, just for a swing of attempt at humor. But just because it seems like he's, any musical adaptation, he seems to be front of the list for any casting, whether you agree with that or not. So unfortunately, I'm going to contradict myself now by saying that I don't think we have enough Meryl Streep. I think the difference maybe is when you do it well, and it's everyone can unequivocally agree that they were the right choice for that role. I don't think we have too much Meryl. I could never get too much Meryl. I mean, she's almost 70. She's getting on. She's not going to be in everything, eventually. So I don't know, especially in a role like this where it's not a stretch for her to play. It's quite right up her alley. I would love to see her in it, but I get it. I do know what you mean. We maybe need to pass the baton on to onto some newer people for sure. But thank you so much, Anna Lou, for the comment. All right, our next comment reads, Mark, I subscribed to your channel when your burn reaction video came out, and you have been such a welcome addition to my weekly YouTube. You have also become the only YouTuber my dad follows just to watch your content about musicals. Our family has done a lot of bonding over a love of musicals, so it was great to find your channel. That's absolutely adorable. Well, ShopVac113, Dad, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's kind of, my father's kind of the same way. He, as much as he loves his action movies and refuses to watch romantic comedies with me or my mom, he does love musicals. And that wasn't really, he introduced me to musicals. It wasn't really because I got into it that he found a love for it. He seems to have always had a bit of a soft spot for, The Sound of Music, Wizard of Oz, whatever it is. I will say I was in a production of Rocky Horror once that he refused to go see that. So he drew the line there. It is something quite special when it's from the top down, from grandparents to now the young kids who all share this love for musical theater. And it just gets passed down generation after generation. And it really is. It's so heartwarming to hear stories like this. So again, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. And Dad, I wouldn't recommend any of the YouTubers. They're not really worth it. Thanks for the follow. Okay, let's get to some content. MISCAST21 finally aired this past weekend, and I've got to say I actually enjoyed the virtual event more than I've enjoyed any other event in years past. I think for me, the MCC theater, for some reason, just always looks so dark. I don't know why they can't light that properly, and don't even get me started on the mic quality. Every single year, it seems like performers are just blowing out that mic time and time again, and I don't know why they can't put a better sound system in there. Now, we usually see a lot of duets in the miscast performances, and they're typically the highlight of the show. This year, we saw Aaron Tveit and Gavin Creel, Melissa Barrera and Leslie Grace, Billy Porter and his hat. But this duet, nobody absolutely nobody saw this one coming, and it's really only something you can pull off in a virtual event. And what do you know it once again was the absolute highlight of the entire show. This is Kelly Marie Tran and Kelly Marie Tran performing You and Me, but mostly me.
It's just you and me now, companion.
That's right, Elder.
From this point on, according to rule number 72, we are never allowed to go anywhere without each other. Oh, except the bathroom.
That's right.
This is so awesome because all my friends end up leaving me, but you can't. Okay, are you a Star Wars guy or a Star Trek guy? I want to know everything about you. Personally, I'm a Star Wars guy, but I'm willing to say Star Trek if you like it better.
I mean, it's perfect because obviously Kelly was in Star Wars, so that line just lands a little bit differently, but it's just so perfect.
Elder, listen, I like to have fun as much as the next guy, but things are different now. We are men now. It's our time to prove that we're worthy.
Worthy of what?
Everything we've been promised in the afterlife.
I've always had the hope that on the day I'd go to heaven, Heavenly Father would shake my hand and say, "You've done an awesome job, Kevin. Now it's our time to go out and set the world's people free. We can do it together, you and me, but mostly me."
So it's a very edited track, it really is, but she has a great voice. She has a really great, it's a very sort of bright tone to her voice, and it's very, very musical theater. It really is.
You and me, but mostly me, are gonna change the world forever. 'Cause I can do most anything, and I can stand next to you and watch. Every hero needs a sidekick. Every captain needs a mate. Every dinner needs a side dish on a slightly smaller plate. And now we're seeing eye to eye. It's so great we cannot agree. Heavenly Father has chosen you and me, but mostly me. Something incredible. I'll do something incredible. I wanna be the Mormon who changed all of mankind. My best friend. Something I've foreseen. Now that I'm 19, and I'll do something incredible that blows God's freaking mind.
Okay, so I'm sorry to stop here, but if you didn't happen to watch the Miscast performance, this production value is insane. And it's absolutely perfect because she said herself she's an absolute theater nerd, and you know that thousands and thousands of musical theater geeks all over the world have done this exact same thing in their bedroom, where they've gotten their props together and they've performed this entire number over and over again from their bedroom, the shower, the basement, wherever they are. So for her to step up as this musical theater newbie and do that exact same thing, it's so spot on. It just all comes together for such a perfect performance in this show.
As long as we stick together, and I stay out of your way, we can change the world forever, and make tomorrow a latter day. Mostly me, so quit thinking about it and do it. Already psyched are we? Life is about to change for you, and life is about to change for me, and life is about to change for you and me, but me mostly. And there's no limit to what we can do, me and you,
That diction too.
but mostly me.
how can you not love musical theater? Oh my god. She is just beyond adorable. I mean, those paradiddles are maybe the slowest you're ever going to see in your life, but that's so not the point. These miscast performances are really supposed to do two things. Well, obviously it's a fundraiser for the MCC, so that's number one. But really, it's supposed to be a tribute to the performers, a tribute to musical theater in general, and those performers who are stepping up to entertain us for one night. But secondly, it's also supposed to pay homage and pay respect to those who made us fall in love with these original performances from the beginning. And I can't help but think that Andrew Rannells and Josh Gad have to be beyond emotional watching this performance, because it's, like I said, from the production value to her voice to the creativity to just embodying what every musical theater geek has done time and time again with all of these numbers. It's hands down, it has to be one of my favorite things I've seen at Miscast in years and years. Okay, that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment of what you thought of this video and what you'd like to see in the future. Until next time, I'm Mark Daniel Patrick, and thanks so much for watching.